Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Better get that bag.
I need my coins. I got my totem. I cop some Tiki. Thought I told him. Oh, you don't know Tiki. We bout to show him. Won't touch my Tiki. Oh, I'ma throw them. Yeah, it's Tiki gang. Yeah, it's Tiki gang. Baby, don't touch the guap. I'm about to make it rain. Open up the swap and join the Tiki gang. We climbing up the chart. Oh yeah, they know the name. I'm smoking on Tiki clouds. Too high, I can't come down. The crypto got in me. Don't let me follow crowds. You think the moon ain't here?
It's here.
Better calm that down. Tiki told him it's a token. Keep it rolling, that shit potent. Get that dip and earn that B&B. Charts ain't got no leniency. Stack that up, that's currency. We'll take you where you wanna be. High, then I wanna be. Scams, they some wannabes. Bitch, I hit connect. Tiki tokens, what I wanna see. Yeah, watch me ball it out the way. Top that 10K every day. Man, what else I gotta say? I don't do this shit for play. Yeah, my combo gotta stay. I'm with Kiki, she look Kiki and she dancing in the rain. I need my coins. I got my totem. I cop some Tiki. I thought I told him. Oh, you don't know Tiki. We bout to show him. Won't touch my Tiki. Oh, I'ma throw them. Yeah, it's Tiki gang. Yeah, it's Tiki gang. Baby, don't touch the guap. I'm about to make it rain. Open up the swap and join the Tiki gang. We climbing up the chart. Oh yeah, they know the name.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Better get that bag.
I need my coins. I got my totem. I cop some Tiki. Thought I told him. Oh, you don't know Tiki. We bout to show him. Won't touch my Tiki. Oh, I'ma throw them. Yeah, it's Tiki gang. Yeah, it's Tiki gang. Baby, don't touch the guap. I'm about to make it rain. Open up the swap and join the Tiki gang. We climbing up the chart. Oh yeah, they know the name. I'm smoking on Tiki clouds. Too high, I can't come down. The crypto got in me. Don't let me follow crowds. You think the moon ain't here?
It's here.
Better calm that down. Tiki told him it's a token. Keep it rolling, that shit potent. Get that dip and earn that B&B. Charts ain't got no leniency. Stack that up, that's currency. We'll take you where you wanna be. High, then I wanna be. Scams, they some wannabes. Bitch, I hit connect. Tiki tokens, what I wanna see. Yeah, watch me ball it out the way. Top that 10K every day. Man, what else I gotta say? I don't do this shit for play. Yeah, my combo gotta stay. I'm with Kiki, she look Kiki and she dancing in the rain. I need my coins. I got my totem. I cop some Tiki. I thought I told him. Oh, you don't know Tiki. We bout to show him. Won't touch my Tiki. Oh, I'ma throw them. Yeah, it's Tiki gang. Yeah, it's Tiki gang. Baby, don't touch the guap. I'm about to make it rain. Open up the swap and join the Tiki gang. We climbing up the chart. Oh yeah, they know the name.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Better get that bag.
I need my coins. I got my totem. I cop some Tiki. Thought I told him. Oh, you don't know Tiki. We bout to show him. Won't touch my Tiki. Oh, I'ma throw them. Yeah, it's Tiki gang. Yeah, it's Tiki gang. Baby, don't touch the guap. I'm about to make it rain. Open up the swap and join the Tiki gang. We climbing up the chart. Oh, yeah, they know the name. We smoking on Tiki clouds. Too high, I can't come down. The crypto got in me. Don't let me follow crowds. You think the moon ain't here?
It's here.
Better calm that down. Tiki told him it's a token. Keep it rolling, that shit potent. Get that dip and earn that B&B. Charts ain't got no leniency. Stack that up, that's currency. We'll take you where you wanna be. High, then I wanna be. Scams, they some wannabes. Bitch, I hit connect. Tiki tokens, what I wanna see. Yeah, watch me ball it out the way. Top that 10K every day. Man, what else I gotta say? I don't do this shit for play. Yeah, my combo gotta stay. I'm with Kiki, she look Kiki and she dancing in the rain. I need my coins. I got my totem. I cop some Tiki. I thought I told him. Oh, you don't know Tiki. We bout to show him. Won't touch my Tiki. Oh, I'ma throw them. Yeah, it's Tiki gang. Yeah, it's Tiki gang. Baby, don't touch the guap. I'm about to make it rain. Open up the swap and join the Tiki gang. We climbing up the chart. Oh yeah, they know the name.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Better get that bag.
I need my coins. I got my totem. I cop some Tiki. Thought I told him. Oh, you don't know Tiki. We bout to show him. Won't touch my Tiki. Oh, I'ma throw them. Yeah, it's Tiki gang. Yeah, it's Tiki gang. Baby, don't touch the guap. I'm about to make it rain. Open up the swap and join the Tiki gang. We climbing up the chart. Oh yeah, they know the name. We smoking on Tiki clouds. Too high, I can't come down. The crypto got in me. Don't let me follow crowds. You think the moon ain't here?
It's here.
Better calm that down. Tiki told him it's a token. Keep it rolling, that shit potent. Get that dip and earn that B&B. Charts ain't got no leniency. Stack that up, that's currency. We'll take you where you wanna be. High, then I wanna be. Scams, they some wannabes. Bitch, I hit connect. Tiki tokens, what I wanna see. Yeah, watch me ball it out the way. Top that 10K every day. Man, what else I gotta say? I don't do this shit for play. Yeah, my combo gotta stay. I'm with Kiki, she look Kiki and she dancing in the rain. I need my coins. I got my totem. I cop some Tiki. I thought I told him. Oh, you don't know Tiki. We bout to show him. Won't touch my Tiki. Oh, I'ma throw them. Yeah, it's Tiki gang. Yeah, it's Tiki gang. Baby, don't touch the guap. I'm about to make it rain. Open up the swap and join the Tiki gang. We climbing up the chart. Oh yeah, they know the name.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Uh. Yeah. Better get that bag.
I need my coins. I got my totem. I cop some Tiki. Thought I told him. Oh, you don't know Tiki. We bout to show 'em. Don't touch my Tiki. Oh, I'ma throw them. Yeah, it's Tiki gang. Yeah, it's Tiki gang. Baby, don't touch the guap. I'm about to make it rain. Open up the swap and join the Tiki gang. We climbing up the chart. Oh yeah, they know the name. We smoking on Tiki clouds. Too high, I can't come down. The crypto got in me. Don't let me follow crowds. You think the moon ain't here? Better calm that down. Tiki told him it's a token. Keep it rolling, that shit potent. Get that dip and earn that B&B. Charts ain't got no leniency. Stack that up, that's currency. We'll take you where you wanna be. High, then I wanna be. Scams, they some wannabes. Bitch, I hit connect. Tiki tokens, what I wanna see. Yeah, watch me ball, get out the way. Top that 10K every day. Man, what else I gotta say? I don't do this shit for play. Yeah, my combo gotta stay. I'm with Kiki, she look Kiki, and she dancing in the rain. I need my coins. I got my totem. I cop some Tiki. I thought I told him. Oh, you don't know Tiki. We bout to show 'em. Don't touch my Tiki. Oh, I'ma throw them. Yeah, it's Tiki gang. Yeah, it's Tiki gang. Baby, don't touch the guap. I'm about to make it rain. Open up the swap and join the Tiki gang. We climbing up the chart. Oh yeah, they know the name.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Better get that bag.
I need my coins. I got my totem. I cop some Tiki. Thought I told him. Oh, you don't know Tiki. We bout to show 'em. Don't touch my Tiki. Oh, I'ma throw them. Yeah, it's Tiki gang. Yeah, it's Tiki gang. Baby, don't touch the guap. I'm about to make it rain. Open up the swap and join the Tiki gang. We climbing up the chart. Oh yeah, they know the name. We smoking on Tiki clouds. Too high, I can't come down. The crypto got in me. Don't let me follow crowds. You think the moon ain't here? Better calm that down. Tiki told him it's a token. Keep it rolling, that shit potent. Get that dip and earn that B&B. Charts ain't got no leniency. Stack that up, that's currency. We'll take you where you wanna be. High, then I wanna be. Scams, they some wannabes. Bitch, I hit connect. Tiki tokens, what I wanna see. Yeah, watch me ball, get out the way. Top that 10K every day. Man, what else I gotta say? I don't do this shit for play. Yeah, my combo gotta stay. I'm with Kiki, she look Kiki, and she dancing in the rain. I need my coins. I got my totem. I cop some Tiki. I thought I told him.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Tiki Talk episode 12. Wow, episode 12. So we've already done 3 months worth of AMAs with everyone here. So it's a super exciting occasion for everyone. Just to give everyone, just first off, I hope everyone's doing really well today. Thanks everyone for taking time out of your day to join. I know for me it's late, wherever you are in the world. I just thank you for taking some time out of your day to come join us today. So let's just go over the agenda for today's AMA. The sole focus of this AMA is going to be talking about the new sweepstake event that we're going to be running weekly. And for those of you that don't know what the sweepstake event is, it's basically an automated giveaway system that kind of runs in the back, and we'll be giving away X amount of BNB to five different winners, with each subsequent winner winning less and less of the prize pool. And the whole entry system for this is completely automated. And I'll go into details about this once I open the slide on this. But yeah, we're going to be talking about this today. Just make sure everyone understands how it works and what benefits you can kind of provide to you as a holder and the actual whole Tiki ecosystem itself. And after we go through some of those, this updates on the sweepstake dashboard and everything regarding that, we will go through some of the questions that you might have. We'll do like the normal AMA session. Oh, and just to clarify to someone that asked in chat, the sweepstake event will actually start at 7 p.m. UTC, as it says in the title. So approximately an hour from now, but we'll start a secondary timer for when that exactly starts. No worries, Ollie. All right. Awesome. So let's get into the slide here. And by the way, if you are just in the voice chat, you can head over to the YouTube channel where this is being live streamed. You can see it in the pinned message in the Telegram chat, and you can go and see some of the slides. But if you don't want to do that, that's definitely fine. I'm going to be talking over the slides information as well. So let's get right into it. All right. Awesome. So Tiki Sweepstakes. So alongside this, the Tiki Sweepstake event, we've also created the Tiki Sweepstake dashboard, and this is now live. You can see this page if you go to tikitoken.finance/sweepstake, and this is the first official sweepstake that's starting will be happening after this AMA, and that will be at 7 p.m. UTC. There's a typo there I just saw, that's fine. And throughout next week, all purchases of Tiki token through PancakeSwap, and this also includes any associated platform any other decentralized exchange that uses PancakeSwap liquidity for sales of Tiki token. So each of these sales will earn you a Tiki ticket. And at this stage, you'll earn 1 Tiki ticket for each cumulative purchase of 5,000 Tiki tokens. And what this exactly means is you don't necessarily have to buy the 5,000 Tiki tokens in one purchase. You could say, for example, if you please, you could buy 2,000 Tiki tokens at say like Monday, or you could buy 3,000 on Tuesday, and that would accumulate to 5,000, and you would earn that 1 ticket. So this is a really cool system, and it's a completely automated entry system. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to spend your Tiki tokens to enter. You get to hold and keep your Tiki tokens, but each purchase of Tiki token that accumulates that 5,000 Tiki tokens will grant you 1 ticket. And obviously each subsequent ticket acquired increases your chances at winning. And the following draws that we currently have. So the first drawn ticket will win 40% of the entire prize pool. The second draw will win 30% of the entire prize pool. The third draw will win 15% of the prize pool. And the fourth draw will win 10%. And the fifth draw, the last draw of the sweepstake, will win 5%. So we've got like a nice rounded distributions of rewards for the first 5 draws. And to kind of explain how this all works in terms of it being, and this is the system that I kind of wanted to create, of being more fair compared to other ticketed systems. So let's just say, let's do an example here. Let's say we have a whale that has, let's just say they have 20% of the Tiki tickets out of the whole pool. So they have a very high chance of winning. And let's say they win the first draw. Once they win the first draw, they're not allowed to win any of the following draws after that. So those tickets will be excluded from the pool. That way, your tickets that you have, say you have a 1% chance of winning, will subsequently increase from there for the second draw, and for the third draw, and the fourth draw, and the fifth draw. So for each tickets that get taken out of the pool, your chance of winning will rapidly increase. And this will work for any case. It doesn't have to necessarily be a whale winning. It can be any winner. Their tickets get removed from the pool. That way, your Tiki tickets have a higher chance of winning. So this is a really cool system. And as of now, we've decided to set a one BNB minimum prize pool reward. And the way we've got to set it out to work from where these are being funded from is we're actually going to be drawn from the marketing wallet. And at the moment, we've defined a 33% allocation from the earnings within that week from the marketing wallet are going to be sent to this rewards thing that we will be distributing once the winners are drawn. And just to give a rough example, so when the daily volume throughout the week is roughly around like less than 30,000, as kind of what we've been seeing a bit under at the moment, you can expect the prize pool to be 1 BNB. And I've got a little table here on the live stream here that kind of expresses what rewards pools you can kind of see. And looking see at 100K, you could probably see a 3.18 BNB. And this is obviously at the current prices of BNB as well, just to keep that in mind. At a 250,000 volume, you could probably see an 8 BNB prize pool. At a 1 million volume, you could see a 32 BNB prize pool. At a 5 million volume, you could see a whopping 160. And then a $10 million trading volume per average per day in a week, you can see a 320 BNB prize pool. So this is kind of the system that we have. It's an infinitely rising prize pool based on a percentage of the marketing wallet's BNB distribution. So this is kind of a way that we can give back to the community, the people that want to be kind of rewarded, potentially be rewarded additionally for purchasing Tiki token. And having this potential chance to win kind of makes it a lot more exciting. Our whole idea behind implementing the sweepstakes system is we've seen a lot of other projects that this is a completely different approach to what we've seen in other projects, but a lot of projects have been able to gain a lot of community engagement from these kinds of implementations of gamification and kind of lottery systems. And we've kind of done a little bit of a spin on this where it's fully automated. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to connect your wallet to anything. It's completely automated. And you have a chance at winning some really good ratios and prices. And it's a pretty fair distribution as well. We've got 5 winners with each subsequent draw increasing your chance of winning, it's a really amazing thing. And I don't think I've seen this in any other project as far as I'm concerned. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong. But this is a pretty unique system to the Tiki token ecosystem. And it's going to be something that's going to be really great to have alongside us throughout the coming weeks and months ahead. And as of now, this is kind of in the early stages, and we'll constantly readdress how it stands in its current state, what improvements can be made to the sweepstake platform, what features we can add, and we'll obviously address whether we will be running it in a given week or whether we'll continue. But this is kind of going to be like a week by week thing to see how it runs, how you as a community feel about it. If this is something you don't like or you do like, or you want to see something change, we will be in constant contact with each other as a whole community to see how everyone feels ultimately. And this is going to be the really good thing. We've got so much plans backed up for this, and there's just infinite ideas of how this can be utilized in different ways and not just how it is in its current state. We won't divulge too much about what other plans we have, but a lot of it kind of relies on our other current implementations that are in the pipeline and being worked on. But this is something that has so much potential, and I hope everyone can kind of see that and take away from the AMA. This is a really big deal to kind of have in the coming weeks, especially, and driving that extra volume up, which is something that a lot of people kind of wanted to see overall. So I'll kind of go through a brief kind of overview. I've got my screen here. Hopefully this works on the live stream. Let me transition over. So as you can see on the stream now, I've got the running version of the sweepstake platform up. And as you can see, the sweepstake kind of starts here stated in 1 hour and 6 minutes. So it hasn't started yet. So if you are purchasing Tiki tokens with the intention of getting tickets, you can't at this current stage. It does start in approximately 1 hour. So and this hasn't been refreshed as well. I have currently, this is incorrect. This will be actually less than 1 hour. Yeah, 46 minutes. Sorry about that one. So as you can see at the top here, we do have an address bar, something you can actually paste your address, your BSC address into. And once you paste it in, it will do a refresh and actually state what your current entries are, your current total of Tiki tickets, and also state if you have won in the past. And there's no data currently populating this at the moment as there are no tickets, but you'll be able to see a list of the current top 5 Tiki ticket holders and also their percent chance of winning alongside your percent chance of winning. and it will be stated as a percent of chance that you'll win, which is going to be greater than, because obviously with each subsequent draw, your chance of winning rapidly increases depending on which winner was drawn. So there's no real definitive way of specifically defining what your exact percentage of chance winning, as it's variable depending on randomness. So this is a really great platform to kind of show you and give you a kind of visual representation of how things are currently standing and overall, and where your position kind of stands in this platform. And obviously we've got additional information of kind of how it's working in its current state. Kind of a lot of the information that I've kind of expressed in that previous slide here, but it's definitely feel free to read over it as your leisure. We've also got a disclaimer, which is definitely worth reading. But yeah, this is kind of like an early kind of version of the product, which is it's fully working. Obviously, it hasn't started yet, but it's working very well. And obviously, this can be also accessed through the other calculator platform as well, if you do want to see it in that way. But we do have a dedicated page for it as well. So this is something that's really cool, and I can't wait till it starts in like 45 minutes, because it's I'm really excited. I've tested it vigorously to make sure that it does work perfectly. The winners do get drawn automatically. It's a completely kind of like seamless process. And we also will be distributing the rewards once a week to those winners that are drawn. So it's super exciting stuff for this, and we can't wait to see how it improves over the course of the couple of weeks that we plan on having this up. And we can't wait to hear your feedback ultimately of where we kind of stand to improve on this. And yeah, we're definitely super excited to see how it runs, without a doubt. And it's been a great way to kind of get a lot of your feedback of what we should add. And this idea of the sweepstake and this whole competitive gamification idea came from you guys, the community, because I believe we had a lot of feedback from the community suggesting these kind of ideas, a lottery system, and we definitely thought it was a great idea. And this was kind of a my spin on the idea, but it's definitely kind of obtained from everyone's kind of commitment. Ideas that they had based on this, and I do think it's going to be something that works really well. But obviously, week by week, we'll address where it stands, how it's working, and make sure that it's doing what it's meant to, and it should be making you happy, and obviously supporting the whole ecosystem as a whole. Yep. So that's kind of the brief overview of the Tiki Sweepstake dashboard and the actual sweepstake event in itself. I hope everyone kind of understand what I was saying, but I'll probably open the floor now to any questions that people had. I didn't have any other bigger announcements today. A lot of the announcements that we had last week still stand, still current. We can't really divulge any of the information related to the other subjects, but do feel free to ask any other questions that you have now, especially regarding the sweepstake platform. I want to make sure everything's clear of how this works, and definitely if you have any other concerns with anything at all. So I'm actually going to open the floor now and start the AMA portion of the Tiki Talk. So definitely, if you have any questions, feel free to raise your hand. Myself, Gino, and Crip will be helping answer questions. So yeah, do feel free to ask anything that you like. And kind of like on a while people kind of feel for how are they 100? Oh,
Yeah,
so
that's
we got a question in the chat.
for Margiotis.
Let's have a look. So how are there 180 entries if it's not live yet? I don't think this is the case, but let me double check for you. I don't think I see this. Let me have a look.
I don't see anything, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't think there are any entries at this current stage. I can flip back over to the screen. It could be potentially a caching issue or something's not loading on the side. But do if you can send me a DM about it if you're having a specific issue on something, or if something's not looking right, definitely send me a message and I'll look into it 100%. Is there any other questions? Definitely feel free to ask. It's a really cool thing for everyone. And another thing I wanted to add regarding the volume and kind of the whole goal behind the sweepstake system is that we're going to be driving a lot more volume, essentially, because we're creating an extra sense of utility to the token. This is something that's a pretty popular in BSC projects, is having that kind of gamification aspect to it. And the higher volumes that we can see, which are gained through the other projects that we're working on, the other products that we're planning on release, are ultimately going to support this whole sweepstakes system. And the higher prize pools we can see is kind of like the higher amounts of FOMO you're going to see into the projects. People are going to be like, oh crap, I want to try and get a piece of that high pool, and that's ultimately going to create like a chain reactions, because the more people that are trying to buy in to win this bigger prize pool is ultimately creating a bigger prize pool because of that extra volume that we're receiving. And it's a really cool thing to have with how we're sourcing the funds of the prize pool. It's not just a fixed amount; it's variable based on volume. But as expressed, in the current state, with the volume, it will have a 1 BNB minimum just to make sure that we're not giving away pennies, and this will be fixed. So even if the volume is low, you're still going to be guaranteed that 1 BNB prize pool distributed over the 5 draws in that one sweepstake. So it's a really cool thing. But yeah, definitely, if anyone has any other questions regarding anything, definitely feel free to ask. Can be anything at all. Doesn't have to be sweepstake related. Doesn't even have to be Tiki related. It can be anything.
I see a question on the YouTube live stream, Jake.
Yeah.
Kobena asks, the next distribution of BNB reward is going to be on, or staking rewards in general, on the Banker Doge. At the moment, they're still working on fixing the gas issue, and we actually had word from Nataji from the Banker Doge team that they found the fix that they want to implement, so now it's just up to them to implement it. Until they do, though, it's still going to be weekly. So since it was, I think, it was Wednesday, Thursday. So it's going to be around Wednesday, Thursday again when they update the distribution. We did try to get it done for today so that anyone who's looking to get some extra BNB for the sweepstakes can like put in right now. But ultimately, it doesn't really matter since the sweepstakes are running for the whole week anyway. So when they do the redistribution on whatever day it is, Wednesday, Thursday, you'll get it done, and then you can join right in on the sweepstakes.
Yeah, thanks for that. Thanks for answering that, Gino. Yeah, and definitely don't feel pressured like you have to get in as soon as that second ticks over. It is running the whole entire week, so everyone has a fair chance to get their buy-in, to get their tickets and their extra Tiki tokens, of course. So definitely don't feel pressured to buy in directly after this, but it's definitely exciting. So does anyone else have any other questions in the chat? Definitely feel free to ask in the YouTube chat, in the voice chat. I know a couple of people aren't too comfortable talking in the voice chat, but definitely feel free to ask. So any details, update on marketing? Since Wario said he tripled the budget for including PooCoin ads, when can we see the marketing being spent? So in regards to marketing in the current stage, we've kind of tripled the budget in terms of a lot of the banner ads we're kind of been expecting to see. We've obviously revised this though in the past couple of weeks, as we've seen that they haven't been as effective in terms of promoting our token, especially since we're in those later stages of maturity. And a lot of those kind of sources of marketing will only have strong emphasis and strong effect on kind of tokens that are in the ICOs or pre-sale states, essentially. So we're kind of taking a step back and looking at a couple of other alternatives, a lot of different platforms to market on. But yeah, we definitely got some extra funds aside for this. So questions for Skynet and Tiki Dash, any updates regarding on that? So with Skynet, we can officially say that we're waiting on Certek's end to deploy the Skynet. We haven't heard much news back from them, but we are waiting on them now to deploy it. And Tiki Dash, we have really good news on that. The back end's pretty much finalized. We've got the design set in place for it. We're just waiting on a front end developer to begin work on it. So this is really good news, but we will talk about this more in the coming weeks. So, and it's something we're very, very excited about. So TED Talks Shruto says, what about Tiki NFTs? Any plans, any news? So there are definitely plans with the Tiki NFTs, and we can't divulge too much information about this yet. But we are currently in the design stage of this. A lot of the planning of how it's going to be integrated and how it's going to work functionally has been done, but we can't publicly announce anything regarding this yet, but it is super exciting, and it will take a bit longer because we want to make sure it is a good product and it does work as expected in our ecosystem. Is there any other questions? Any updates on sex? We don't have any big updates to announce regarding sex. This is obviously a continued effort from our team to try and find the right kind of fit for us, and obviously work in our tokenomics correctly. This is kind of a hard thing we have to try and balance because there is a lot of exchanges that are willing to take our tokenomics right off the bat, but we have to keep in mind that we would be handing off a percentage of our liquidity and Tiki tokens to them where it might not have necessarily a good effect on us, i.e. they might not draw a lot of volume or a lot of attention to our kind of token. So we want to make sure that we are taking the correct amount of time to find a very high volume exchange and one that can properly support our tokenomics on the side. Because obviously we don't want to be listed on an exchange that they can't support our tokenomics, because there is at this current stage not much incentive to purchase Tiki token. So any other questions? Jake, are you Beach Warrior? No, I am not Beach Warrior, unfortunately. Let's see if I have any other questions. Okay, Krypton, has the team considered GameFi use case for driving volume? It could take some time to develop a good game, but with Tiki, the theme would be interesting. Oh yes, this is definitely being considered by a team, but it isn't in our immediate plans to begin development on any kind of Tiki-related game. We're going to kind of stick true to what we're currently working on at the moment, and that's kind of specifically focused on the Tiki Dash and the Tiki NFT integration. So they will be our main priorities, and we're going to be focusing on pushing that first. And we definitely have a really strong emphasis on pushing out NFTs as fast as we can. But obviously, we do want to make sure we're doing it right. And we will procedurally give you updates more and more on this in the future. Any news on partnerships in the work? As at this current stage, we don't have any immediate news regarding partnerships with Tiki Token. At this current stage, we're going to stick with Banker Doge and to be our partner, official premium partner staking pool. So we don't have any immediate plans to make any other partnerships at this stage. And we do feel that if we are making too much partnerships kind of left, right, center, it could draw a lot of confusion in the community. So we'll kind of keep it simple at this current stage. Have you considered reaching out to Activision for Tiki X Crash Bandicoot? That would be amazing if we could pull that one off. But as of now, we are still kind of in the early stages of the project. But I mean, they are a very successful company, and obviously pairing up with a very young BSC token probably wouldn't be in their best interest at a serious level. But definitely would be cool. Not gonna lie. Yeah, so yeah, with people asking about the sweepstake, it should be live. Let me see. It should be live approximately around 33 minutes from now, and I will make a official announcement when people can start buying in the chat. There will be a timer for it. I'll put a timer in there. So you guys can get ready to jump in and start spending your BNB on some Tiki tokens. So
yeah, the buy pressure is real.
yeah. So yeah, definitely. And definitely, if anyone obviously has any other questions regarding sweepstakes and how it all works and how you can kind of enter, definitely ask any questions. Do take a look on the tikitoken.finance/sweepstake website. So you can kind of find out a bit more how that kind of works. But yep, and also with the addition of this, the new bot in the chat, it will actually display the leaderboard once it is populated, and yeah, everyone's going to start spamming it now. Very nice. So this will be something really cool. So you can kind of see who's on the top in top 5 of the Tiki ticket holders. And it kind of adds a little bit of a competitive sense to it if people want to try and be on those top 5 leaderboards. And like I said, obviously these people that do have these high amounts of tickets do have a higher chance at winning. But in a sense, if they are drawn first, their large sum of tickets are kind of removed from the pool. So that way they will win the higher prize potentially, but that gives everyone else a subsequent greater chance at winning those next prizes. So it's a really cool system. The Tiki X
we
Crash.
got a question on YouTube
Yeah, sorry.
Uh,
Yeah, go for it.
why did you call it sweepstakes? I'm just thinking maybe calling it Tiki Lottery could have been benefited new investors more.
Tiki Lottery. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a lot of ideas for names, and we kind of just wanted to keep it something that was a bit fresh. Sweepstakes kind of sounds really nice over, in my opinion, lottery. I think, in my opinion, and also Beach Warriors' opinion, the word lottery can kind of be a bit of a negative word. But this is kind of, we wanted to take a little bit of a different approach on it. We had a lot of different ideas of potential names for it, but we're kind of sticking to Tiki Sweepstakes for now. And if we do have any other rebrand plans to rebrand in the future, we can definitely do that. But it's in very early stages. There's still a lot of plans in the future for it. And for those who don't know, like the sweepstake is pretty much another word for like a kind of a giveaway in a sense. So if you were kind of confused in that sense. So does anyone else have any other questions at all? Do feel free to ask. If you'd like me to go over anything, the sweepstakes implementation.
Can I just jump in, Jeff?
Yeah, go for it, Crip.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Sound good. I just noticed our partnership with Banker Dodge. They're doing a competition also. It's a shilling competition. I'll just put a little link in now in group chat so everyone can have a look. If that's all right, yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
There we go. So it just means more money for us all. Do you know what I mean? More competitions. Win, win, win.
Definitely, yeah. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I just posted it now.
And as kind of, sorry, go for it.
Yeah, that like it's a double whammy in it. They're promoting us, we promote them. It's a win-win basically.
Yeah,
So,
100%.
But I'll just point that out for everyone.
Yeah, definitely a chance for everyone else in our community to have a chance at winning some extra BNB. Definitely grab onto it if you can.
Yeah, awesome.
I know a lot of people look at giveaways and go like, I'm not going to win, but hey, you never know. You never know.
Never.
Might be a lucky day. All right, so got another question from Tiff. So, will the dash show the dollar amount of the prize pool increase or just the percentage? This is something that definitely can be added for each of the different prize pools. I can definitely kind of implement that. It is actually a great idea. Actually, I think I might do that next. Some follow-up updates after I get a lot of feedback from this AMA and throughout the week. But it's definitely a good idea for me to show kind of what potential reward you can kind of expect based on the current prize pool. Yeah, and testing in the YouTube chat. Yeah, he says you like the name, but yeah, you can send that people might know what I mean. Yeah, no, I definitely understand that respect, and we will have a strong emphasis outside of the name. We won't just say, join the Tiki Sweepstakes. 'Cause obviously, that alone doesn't have a lot of meaning to what they're actually trying to convey. But we will make strong emphasis, especially with our marketing, what that actually entails for potential holders and the kind of potential that you can kind of win from that. So we'll definitely be making strong emphasis on that. And then if the time comes that we do decide to rebrand and change the name, that will happen. But at the current stage, we're going to stick with the Tiki Sweepstake name. So does anyone else have any other questions for today? Do feel free to ask. I'll probably wrap up the AMA soon. If no one has any other questions.
I'm not sure if that has been answered, Jake. If someone buys and sells, does the ticket still count? Could someone theoretically game the system?
Okay, so yeah, if someone buys and sells a ticket, could that someone? Yep. So we've kind of decided as a team that if someone buys and sells tickets, they still will get those tickets for the amount that they purchase. Sorry. If they do decide to sell the Tiki tokens, that's completely up to them. They will not be forfeited of their Tiki tickets. We were having a discussion and kind of a debate of whether this should be a case or whether if someone just sells within the week, they lose all their Tiki tokens, Tiki tickets, sorry. But this kind of seemed a bit unfair, and we decided that if people want to sell, that's definitely something that shouldn't be discouraged, especially if they do need to sell and they do want to participate in the sweepstake, because a lot of people sell for a lot of different reasons, and kind of being taken away from a potential chance to win a lot of money for them especially is kind of a bit unfair. So giving people the chance to buy or sell at their own leisure, and it creates volume either way. So this is something that if people are buying and selling, that's volume for everyone else that's still sticking around. So yeah, so it's kind of like
Exactly. I was also just about to say that in the end, that is also volume. So if someone really decides to buy and sell, buy and sell, buy and sell, we all will benefit from that rewards, from that volume. So that is totally fine. Actually, I would even love to see that, because in the end, it means rewards for everyone.
Yeah, definitely 100%. And how it currently works in our tokenomics is it's a 12% redistribution of BNB rewards on the sell. So it is kind of essentially more beneficial. Obviously, we wouldn't encourage selling. That's not financial advice, of course, but we do see a lot of potential for our token in the future, and having the option available where sales are kind of more beneficial in terms of that sense. It's a great option. So it's nothing that we won't penalize people for overselling. We'll kind of just leave it as is. We don't want to overcomplicate the system.
Yeah.
Yeah, and don't
Another
forget,
question.
just saying, if that does happen, the volume drives up because of that. You'll get even more BNB rewards in the sweepstakes pool. So it's another win right there.
Yeah, definitely.
That's a double win, correct? Another question in the chat: have you considered blacklisting wallets that have won the sweepstakes in the previous week, so the same person can't just keep winning every week?
I don't think we haven't planned on doing this, as this would ultimately discourage trading volume, especially if there are large buys coming in. We don't want to discourage whales from entering, but the way we've set up the system is that if a whale has large dominance over the Tiki tickets, the pool of Tiki tickets, if they're more than likely to win the first place, if they do win, their kind of pool of tickets is essentially removed. So your chance after that is greatly increased, because they don't have a chance of winning any of the other pools of the second, third, fourth, and fifth, and each subsequent prize that's drawn ultimately increases your chance of winning that following draw. So this is the way we kind of set it up, where there is whales that do have a lot of tickets obviously have a higher chance of winning because they have more tickets, but they don't have dominance over every single one of the 5 draws we do each sweepstake. So it's a really kind of elegant system that whales do kind of get kind of incentivized to buy in and get a lot, because they might have a higher chance of winning that first prize. But other lower kind of fishes do have a good chance at winning those other prizes, and even potentially winning the first prize. Doesn't mean just because you aren't a whale that you can't win the first prize. It is all pseudo random. It's all completely random. So anything is possible.
Yep, and I think Wayne in voice chat had a question.
Yeah, go for
I
it,
see
Wayne.
he is unmuted already. You have to unmute yourself as well, mate.
Sounds good. Thank you very much. By the way, this looks wonderful. Jake, I'm sorry. Jake, excellent job putting this together. This looks professional. It looks beautiful. The math on it looks positive. Hats off to you, sir. Well done.
Oh, thank you.
You deserve super kudos for putting this together. I don't, like everybody says in the chat, I don't know where you get the free time, and I don't think you sleep, but kudos to you. Quick question. I just wanted to give you the kudos for that. You're helping all of us out, and it's greatly appreciated. I wish I had the programming skills that you have. Quick question on the migration from for the gas situation. Any updates on how much longer it might be for Banker Doge to get us to the migration to eliminate that gas fee issue, and we could move on with that sort of scar and move on?
Yeah, no, I definitely understand. It's something that we do want to see resolved as fast as possible. And we've got really good news from their CTO recently. And then they made an announcement that they have a fix for it. They're obviously doing extensive testing on this, as it is a completely new implementation of how it handles the distribution and the gas fees. And I believe they said they got it down to almost $1, whereas it would have been $50. So it was a really vast improvement. But obviously, they're going to do their due diligence. They're going to make sure what they've actually implemented is safe for everyone before they kind of go, yep, push it live. But we don't have a specific date, and this is kind of the information that'll probably be kind of conveyed from their end. But as we find out more information, we will do announcements on our end as well once it has been resolved. Because once that does happen, we will be back on that day-to-day redistribution, which will be really amazing news. And we'll have that also distribute rewards button back as well. It's going to be really cool to see. But it's really nice news that they've actually found a fix around it, but they just have to do the right testing.
Yeah, maybe one more remark on that. The good thing is, I think their vaults are becoming also more expensive now. That means the Ultracoin vault, I think, has also now increased gas fees. So the pressure got higher that they fix it as soon as possible. And as Jake said, they're now seems like they found a fix which they will be, after excessive testing, implement. So, but the good thing is there is a higher pressure on them now fixing it. I mean, we know they're very busy now with the Banker Doge pre-sale. So I can imagine it's pretty hard for them to do the right planning and timing of everything. But the good thing is there is increased pressure on them.
No, I agree. I saw that too, that Ultracoin's got the gas fee issue too. So I was kind of somewhat sad and happy at the same time. It's bittersweet because that certainly puts it on the forefront, not on the back burner. Last question I have is on the Skynet. You mentioned that the ball's in Skynet's court. Did I understand that correctly? And does Skynet give us an idea of how long it's going to be till they go through the code updates to certify it and get us on Skynet?
Yeah, so with Skynet, we're kind of waiting on them to finish up stuff. We don't have any specific information from them regarding how long it will take, but it will be something that we're going to kind of keep poking at them to kind of get them to kind of get back to us regarding it. But it is something that's kind of on their end now to deploy. But we'll continue communication with them, and the core team will probably communicate mostly with them, not me personally. But once we do find out more information of what's happening with that, but we'll release it publicly. But Beach Warrior informed me that it's kind of we're waiting on them, and they're just being slow. But yeah, that's correct.
If there's anything the community can do to help you poke them, please feel free to ask.
Oh no, we won't badger them. It's all right.
I meant that jokingly, of course.
Yeah, no, that's okay. It will come in time. We'll just have to. We'll make more announcements regarding its current state once we do find out more information. But I'll definitely hit up Beach Warrior regarding the current status of that if they have contacted the core team.
Wonderful, thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no worries at all. Okay, so we'll probably wrap up the AMA for today, the Tiki Talk for today. So if you do have any other questions regarding the sweepstakes, do please let me know. I'm going to start a countdown as well in the chat for when the actual sweepstakes will be going live, which is the 7 p.m. UTC. So yeah, definitely thanks everyone for taking some time out of your day to watch the AMA. This will be obviously live stream, so people can kind of go back and watch it. So yeah, thanks again, everyone. We'll see you next week for episode 13. So yeah, take it easy, everyone.
Thanks, Jake. See you all around.